The universe is giving you feedback
all the time.
all the time.
Hi, this is Linda Lang from ThoughtChange.com. We are exploring the mystical side of life once again this week. I have spiritual teachers Rocio, Aquino, and Angel Orengo with me. Welcome to you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us, Linda. What a pleasure to be here.
There are a lot of people who put the call out that they want to serve, they want to live their purpose, they want to help. However, they express that, they put it out to the universe in prayer or focus and intention, and then they kind of get lost. They maybe either try and force it or they're just confused and don't know how to make it so. You say trust. How did you decipher which breadcrumbs were the ones you were supposed to follow and which ones maybe were coming from your conscious mind telling you should do something?
It's not easy. It's not easy because you really needs to, which voice are you listen?
I would say at first, it's not easy at first until you learn, right?
Yes.
Yes, at the beginning, because at one point you begin to see you are afraid, you don't know how to do it. This is super new, but because we were reading and reading and reading, and they give us the answers to different teachers. So at one point you have a book who give you an answer, so you continue, and then another book who give you another answer. Remember, this is so personal because no one can tell you what to do. And then you need to really stand up and say, from which place I'm answer? From a place of lack and fear, or for a place of abundance? Do you trust? So many times in my life, because everyone who is listening right now can go and look in the back, for example, in their life and see the times that they didn't listen to them
To themselves.
and the results that they have. And in my case, the results was that I was creating from a place of lack, of fear. And then the results were terrible. Okay. Oh, ego, right? So begin to understand that law. And it's like, okay, you are going to create for a place of really serving and really trust. And is not easy, but you need to begin to make that difference between the ego, the monkey mind, like everyone is saying, and yourself, like the other voice. And that's why it's so important to use the tools, because it's so personal that the way they communicate or I communicate is different than the way he's communicating, and probably you, Linda. And that's the beauty of these conversations, because everyone can check up themselves to see what works for you and where are you standing. And if we help more people to see this, they gonna begin to recognize what is for them, works for them.
I'm sure there's a lot of listeners who are professionals at a craft. A mechanic, a car mechanic, maybe less so now because cars have changed so much, but would stand next to a car and say, I hear something, right? Maybe a doctor sees you and comes in and is like, I can see something in your eyes. They're really perceptive. That level of perception can be developed with yourself. Now I hear me, I feel things. They're like, what is that? What is it trying to tell me? It is again curiosity to say, why does that keep showing up in my life? Is there a lesson for me to learn? Or Isn't it funny that this thing keeps appearing, right? So there are elements that continue to happen when you start entering into that energy, into that vibration or that direction, where if you pay attention, this is why awareness is critical. Begin to observe yourself deeply
Because the universe is giving you feedback
all the time.
all the time. And because now I understand that, I follow what the universe is telling me. Sometimes I really want that door to be open. No, you don't gonna go in that door, baby. You're gonna go in this one that is open. And it's like, you know, I'm gonna trust.
It helps tremendously to heal wounds.
Mm.
Why? Because sometimes someone tells you something and it's the right message, but you're so focused on the manner in which they told you that message that you focus on the pain that it's causing inside of you and not the message itself. And so when you heal wounds, you present yourself in the world almost with a shield. It's almost like you have this Teflon. And so it allows you to see things more clearly and not get caught up in the unnecessary noise that may be surrounding that message.
That's probably why there are so many spiritual teachers too, because not everyone can hear it from the same person. They might hear the same message 100 times until it clicks, right?
Yes.
And that goes back to the energy and frequency. You said the energy and the frequency wasn't right when you recorded it in Spanish. That energy part, that resonance is really, really important if you want to find alignment with who's supposed to hear it. So, can you talk a little bit about why we need to pay more attention to the energy of things, the frequency that we both put out and also receive, right? Because it helps us to align.
Everything is energy. In fact, in our book, we have a quote from Nikola Tesla, the Nikola Tesla, that says, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Everything is. Even though we live in a physical world, everything is vibrating at a certain frequency, and that gives it its solid, liquid, gas shape, etc., state, etc. The moment you understand that your thoughts, your actions, everything around you emits a frequency, your heart, that beating of the heart, there is incredible amount of science testing that has been done that proves that the heart is much more than a pump of blood, that it's emitting a frequency. And it's funny, the moment I read that and started studying that, I said, oh, no wonder we say, what does your heart say? Right? So we've asked ourselves, somehow it's embedded, there's a wisdom embedded in our people, in our culture, in our experience, in which at some point our heart was clearly a source of wisdom. And we've sort of forgotten about it, but we still say, what does your heart say? So it means it's not entirely left our field, if you will. So the moment that we started to understand that everything around us was energy, the moment that we started to understand that when we do gratitude, gratitude expands inside of us as a field, a force field that pushes out heaviness. And we did this with actual exercises with our children, for example. I do it now with myself. Whenever I feel heavy or when she feels heavy, the first thing is, do you want to go into gratitude? Because it elevates you into a little lighter. Life is better when you're grateful. But not only is it better, it's almost as if you raise yourself to the top of the building or the top of the ladder, and all of a sudden you have a better view of everything around you, and you can then act accordingly. And then we learned also that guilt and shame were some of the lowest forms of energy. And when you are in guilt and shame, your view of the world is really pessimistic. And so all of that started to make sense. And we started to put it into practice and then saw its actual impact in our lives, like on a daily basis. And that's when we started to say, oh, wow, this is real stuff. And I don't need anybody else to tell me. I know how I'm feeling. I know how I was feeling 4 minutes ago after doing a gratitude exercise. So this is real. And that's where it became a wave that we just never got off of.
Sometimes we get in these emotional energies that are really hard to get out of. But if you could reach for appreciation, that will open the door to gratitude.
And when you are struggling, really the most important is you need to believe in yourself. We can do amazing things. So I didn't believe in myself. Society, my family, and everyone was telling me all the time that I was not enough and I don't have a value. But in the moment that I saw my value, the only thing that I has been is incredible. So that's why I want more people to feel the way I feel today, because it was horrible when you are in the other place. Because I really was lonely and no one can understand my pain, and I didn't have a support system. So no one came to rescue me. The only person who rescued me was me. And that's why today I'm not talking to a place from privilege. I didn't have any privilege, but the privilege is embedded inside of us. If we have the keys that are available, we can really open any door that we want. And that is the point, because if someone is there outside struggling, are ways for going out of there. I didn't took medicines because even I was not able to ask anyone. You see, I was really, when I went to therapy, was because I went with a friend who we were to pick up her mother, and then it's like a therapy. I need therapy. But therapy did one part. More things are available for us to really unlock ourselves. And that's the beauty of what we today we are discussing. And for that reason, it's like if you don't feel it, keep trying because it's possible.
It's another example of following those breadcrumbs, Rocio.
Yes.
Now, obviously, your book has energy because everything has energy, and it was very nurtured by both of you and by spirit to give birth to this book. Am I correct in thinking that you consider this book, the frequency of this book, is almost like medicine, that it can heal people's blockages in their psyche, in their emotional bodies, in their spirit?
Most definitely. If you had asked this question before we published it, we would tell, I don't know. I just know that it's helped us, right? There was healing for us, not just before writing the book, but while we were writing it. There was a transformation that took place as well during that process and after. Today, after having listened and read so many messages from so many people that have experienced the book, I will without a doubt tell you absolute yes. Something happens when you surround yourself by love and you empower yourself to go inside and do that healing. And again, many of us are looking for external things in order to heal. Help me. You tell me what to do. Many people say that to us and said, no, don't give me that power. It's not for me to take, and it shouldn't be for you to give. It is yours and yours alone. But find inspiration. And so we've had people who have said, it's given me the strength to make some tough decisions in my life. It's gotten me out of a depression that I've been in for a couple of years. And we can go on. It's really beautiful, just the journey in which it takes, because it ultimately is you have all the answers inside of you. And all you need is a container of love so that you can sit breathe, right? And listen to yourself and find those answers. And I know it sounds to the person who may be listening kind of like, really? Well, that's the beauty, and it's meditation. There's so many tools that do that to you, and they all have one thing in common, which is listen to yourself, listen to that intuition.
It's a real testament to the power of storytelling as well. And the fact that it's written as a nonfiction book and still can unlock those doors for people to help them do their own work. But would you also say that just by simply reading the book without them maybe triggering their own healing work, that simply by reading the book is enough to kind of shift their perception a little bit, that it changes their direction?
Yes, because he's giving you inspiration and inspiration to see yourself with another lens. Plus, remember, if we were channeling this book, every person who read the book is gonna find the message that the book wants to give you for you to find the keys of your own beautiful life. So in that case is, do you want? Do you want to take that step? Do you accept this gift? And it's a personal answer for anyone who is there listen to us. We are giving, not us, a lot of miracles around us. Are you taking them? Are you accepting all these miracles in your life? And now I can tell you, because I live them, it's for anyone to take.
We just need to be open to receive them, right?
The force that we've tapped into, and it's been around for a long time. It'll be around after we're gone, and it's been called many names. But it's everyone's. It belongs to everybody. This is not Angels and Rocios or Lindas. This is everyone's. You have a divine right to experience it. And it's inside of you, waiting for you to realize that, waiting for you to say, okay, I'm worthy. I live in abundance. I am.
I'm creativity.
I am. Yeah. And so when you tap into it, something happens. It starts unraveling. And I think going back to your question, that's what storytelling does at this kind of level. It takes you on a journey that you've been in before. You know, it is through storytelling that we've told ancestral stories about our families and our friends. And something happens when you open up to that. It just really uncodes incredible amount of information that lies within us. And so you don't have to read the book with the idea that you're going to heal. You just have to read the book with the idea that you're going to learn something about some interesting characters. And in this particular case, because of the way that it's written, it so just happens that you read about 5 women, but ultimately it is 6 people that end up in that story. Because by the end of it, you're like, oh, I was there with them and I experienced some of those things. And in fact, some of the things they experience are the very same things that I've experienced. And you heal with them as well. So come on along, if for nothing at all, simply for the story, and allow yourself to be lost in it.
It's just like how Harry Potter opened the world up to more magic, and all of the superheroes are opening the world to everyone's own superpowers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's funny you say that. I have said often, Marvel is just a mirror of who we are. And the beauty it is that everyone has a specific superpower. And the moment you put it together, and you know, when you see it in teams. Whenever teams come together and they come with an openness and a respect for what everyone brings to that table, and ideally it's a circular table so that no one is in a hierarchy or not, or out of it. But when you discover that, you're like, oh, my superpower is to talk to people. My superpower is to create beautiful events. My superpower is to keep the house tidy so that other people can live in it and enjoy it. I mean, whatever it is, there's so much. And when you vibrate, some people's superpower shows up when they're in the 25th kilometer or mile of a marathon. And they say they go into a flow. We see all these people that are, oh my gosh, did you see what they do? It's when they tap into that magic, and you have it too. Without a doubt, I know it.
And we want to see it.
And we want to see it because my world will be better when you are tapping into your superpower.
Do you think we would have a few minutes to do an activation for the listeners? Perhaps something that would help them become more aligned or to open to the possibility of receiving more.
Yeah,
Beautiful. Do you want to do the meditation
sure.
of the heart?
Yeah, we can, if it's okay with you, we would love to do a brief centering. To some people, it's a meditation. To some people, it's a prayer. Really, it doesn't matter what you call it. It's really just to get in touch with yourself. And most of it is just breathing. So if that's okay, we'd love that.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
Of course. Um, okay, so first of all, to you who are listening, we don't know where you are. So make sure you're in a safe place. Make sure if you're doing something that requires your full attention, stay focused.
If you are driving,
If you're driving,
you need
don't close your eyes, obviously. But we say this because sometimes we react to energy and we react to commands almost subconsciously. And so it's really important. So if you find yourself comfortable in a safe place, I'm going to ask you to please close your eyes, get into a comfortable position, unlock your arms or your feet if they are, and simply just breathe. Inhale and exhale at your pace. Do it once, twice, maybe a third time. And as you're sitting there or standing, just even if your eyes are open, just feel your fingertips. Get a sensation, get the feeling for where your body is, how it comes in touch with your clothing, perhaps where your feet are touching the ground, the surface. Experience yourself. Some of you may be able to listen to your heart, your heartbeat. Just experience yourself. And any thoughts pop into your mind, just acknowledge them. Thank you. And then go back to the sensations in your body, the feelings, tingles that you may feel. And as you acknowledge yourself, perhaps give gratitude for this amazing machine that you have that allows you to do all these amazing things, to be, to work, to generate, to exist. And thank the whole, but also its parts. And some of the parts are more common than others, and we thank them more often. Our arms, our hands, our feet, our lungs, our eyes, our mouth. But there's other cells throughout your body, small organs, your hairs, the blood, all these hormones or these chemicals. Thank it all. And just experience the feeling of gratitude and allow every cell in your body to experience that. And observe your breathing. Observe just how simple it can be. I'm going to ask you, just as you're acknowledging your body, to step out of it and look at it from afar as if you were a second person observing it, and just look at your surroundings and the space around you, and also be grateful for it. I thank you for allowing me to exist, for surrounding me. And we have this ability now because we've separated ourselves from our body to go above and beyond. Fly away from it and just look at everything, how it becomes smaller. Your home, the place in which you find yourself, the city, the village, the country, the planet. And allow yourself to sort of fly in the abyss of the emptiness of space. There you are, sitting in a room, but here you are looking at everything that surrounds you. And at the same time, just turn around and look. Whatever you see, I see planets, I see the sun, I see stars, I see satellites going around me. Thank it all. Deep gratitude for its existence and for being part of you and you part of it. Experience that. Experience that freedom, that stillness, that silence. Smile if you can. It brings a certain sensation to your body and a certain energy. And acknowledge, I am, I belong, I deserve. Everything I am in the world, everything I want to be is within my reach. Breathe, deep breath, and then come back slowly back to that room, to that place, to your body. And once again, thank it for being the shell that allows you to exist. And at the same time, thank your spirit for allowing you that experience to get away and look at it all from different perspective and different eyes. You're much greater than you realize, or perhaps you already realize it and you're already on the journey of that greatness, of that existence. Take a deep breath. And once again, give thanks, express gratitude for simply existing in your space. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and come back to this space.
Beautiful. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you as well.
Beautiful, expansive energy and profoundly centering.
And I would love to add, Linda, this is simple. It's what, 3 minutes, 5 minutes? And imagine if we added this at different times of our days, when we're about to go for that great job interview, when we're about to have that difficult or challenging conversation with someone we love, when we're about to fill in the blank. Nothing like becoming centered so that you can go on with your life and take all the action steps you want to take from that place of strength of I am, I can, I will, I am able. Those are words from a beautiful meditation from someone we follow and enjoy. But when you say them and when you experience them from that place of peace, you connect all the pieces of you. And that's where the power comes from, to do the unthinkable, the unimaginable. That's beauty and that's power.
Thank you both for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
Where can we send listeners who want to learn more about you or explore the book?
Yes, the book is called The Orchid, The Secret Code of Modern Goddesses. And we have a website called the Orchid book.com that you can find all the information there.
Thank you again for being my guest.
Thank you so much for
Ah,
having
it's
us.
been-
This is a pleasure.
It's been beautiful. What a beautiful space and beautiful energy.
Thank you. And thank you for listening to this week's edition of Exploring the Mystical Side of Life. If you enjoy our conversations, remember to subscribe, share with a friend. Come visit me at thoughtchange.com. Pick up your copy of Learning to Listen, and we will see you again next time. Bye for now.